everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Mindy Banks. I'm the Flip Flop Chef, and today I'm going to show you how to make banana pudding. The recipe is from Paula Deen and it's called Nacho Mama's Banana Pudding. I'll be sure to post the recipe in my recipe community so that you can make it yourself. If you're not already a member, you can find it at theflipflopchef.com and click the button at the top to join the group. I'm going to show you our Flex Plus today, as well as one of our Cool and Serve containers and lots of other great products from Pampered Chef. If you see products in the video that you would like to place an order for as a consultant with the Pampered Chef, I do earn a commission on the products and I'd love the opportunity to be your consultant. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I'm going to show you two different ways to make whipped cream. You can of course buy a container of Cool Whip if you like, but I always like making homemade whipped cream. So I'm going to show you first how to make it in our whipped cream maker, and then I'll show you how to make it in our immersion blender, which is part of our Flex Plus. So let's go ahead and get started on that so that we have that ready to go when we need it. So this is our whipped cream maker, and I love this product because you can make whipped cream in about 30 seconds. Super quick and easy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar, put that in the whipped cream maker, and then I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. The ingredients are going to be the same when I make the whipped cream in the immersion blender, and you could pick one method to make this. You don't have to make it in 2 different containers. I just want to show you 2 different options in case you have one product and not the other. So 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar, teaspoon of vanilla, and I'm going to fill this just to the fill line. You may not be able to see that on camera, but there is a line so that you know how much whipped cream to put in there. The way that this works is when you pump this up and down inside of the whipped cream, what's happening is it's pushing air in and out of the whipped cream to thicken it up, or the whipping cream. So we're going to put the top on here and just start pumping. So you're going to pump for about 30 seconds. Make sure you pull all the way up and all the way down. Okay? So that way you're getting lots of air in your whipped cream. It will start to get harder to whip, and you'll be able to even hear, can you hear the difference? As it gets thicker and thicker, it's harder to pull up. Check this out. Perfect whipped cream. So we'll set this aside because we're going to use that in this recipe, but I want to make sure we have enough whipped cream. So we're going to make another batch using the immersion blender, which is part of the Flex Plus. If you're not familiar with the Flex Plus, be sure to check out the playlist on my channel. I have lots of other videos showing you how this works. It is a cordless appliance, and it's 3 appliances in one. So you get an immersion blender, a food processor, and a hand mixer. I'm going to use a hand mixer here in just a little bit. All right, and then I'm going to add 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. Pour that in. I'm using our Easy Read measuring cup. I love these because you just look straight down into the cup to see how much you're measuring. Pour that in. So same ingredients, heavy whipping cream, powdered sugar, and vanilla. So this is our immersion blender attachment. I'm going to need to add our power handle and also our battery pack to the top, and it will flash and stay on for just a couple of seconds, and then you can press the safety switch on the back to reactivate it. The plus and minus will increase or decrease the speed. You're going to place this inside of the cream and start blending. So you have whipped cream 2 different ways. I'm gonna take my battery pack off and my power stick, and I'm just gonna scrape all of this out with my mini mix-and scraper. So it takes about the same amount of time. One of them just requires a little bit more effort on your part. So we have our whipped cream ready. Let's get the next part of this recipe together. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our mixing bowl. This is actually the mixing bowl from our kids' mixing bowl, our kids' baking collection, and we're gonna mix up our pudding. So this recipe called for 1 5-ounce box of instant French vanilla pudding. They didn't have the larger box, so I'm just gonna use 1 full bag and then add just a little bit from the other. So this is a 3.5-ounce container. Typically I would just throw them both in here, but I am not a measuring cook, and I want to make sure that I make this easy for you guys to duplicate. So we need about 5 ounces. So I'll put a little bit of this, and I can save the rest of this to make Land of Nod cinnamon rolls. If you guys want that recipe, be sure to go to my recipe community at theflipflopchef.com and click the button to join at the top. I'm gonna pour 2 cups of milk into the pudding mix. Then we're gonna take our hand mixer attachment, which is part of the Flex Plus. I'm gonna use the whisks for this particular part of the recipe. We're gonna use the beaters for the next step. So you're gonna put your whisks in, and then you attach your power stick and the battery, and then we flip this around. The safety switch is a little different when you're using the hand mixer attachment. So you're gonna press that, and we're gonna just whisk this together. I'm using low. Doesn't take a long time to get this blended well. Okay, that should be good. I'm gonna take off that power stick, and then check this out. There's a button right here. You can press that button and it's gonna give you the whisks. Just make sure you remove the battery before you do that. We're gonna set that aside. It'll start thickening up pretty quickly. We're gonna get another bowl here, and we're going to take a brick of cream cheese. And so I've got a nice soft block of cream cheese, and I'm gonna add a can of sweetened condensed milk. So you know, if you put a can of sweetened condensed milk in it, it's gonna be great. If you've never seen me use the smooth edge can opener, always attach your can opener to the front of the can, and it goes on the top just like this. So you're gonna stick it on the top, start at the front, so that when you have gone all the way around, you'll bypass your starting point, and you can turn counterclockwise to release the can from the can opener. Use the little claw on the side to remove the lid. We're gonna pour our sweetened condensed milk in here, and I'm gonna use our beater attachment. So we use the whisks for the pudding. I'm gonna use the beater attachment for these 2 ingredients. So we'll put the beaters in, and you'll notice, hopefully you can see this on the camera, but one of these has a little metal piece around it that the other one doesn't have. For the beaters, you wanna make sure that you line it up with the side that has the same thing. So it's gonna show you a little picture. You may not be able to see that right on camera, but when you're looking at this in person, whoops, helps if you get it on there. Try again. There we go. Place my power handle on there, and I'm going to blend the cream cheese and the sweetened condensed milk. And I just gradually increase the speed. And just beat this until it's nice and smooth. All right, that looks great. I'm gonna gonna set this aside. And then we're gonna fold in our whipped cream. And I'm gonna use a larger Alright, so we have to remember we made 2 batches. Keep getting my hands so dirty. Alright, and let me just tap that off. And I don't like to waste any of this, so just scrape off here and here. Add the rest of our whipped cream. And we're gonna just fold all of this together. And then we're almost ready to put our banana pudding together. So let me just fold this. So we've got our cream cheese with the sweetened condensed milk. I'm folding in the whipped cream mixture, and then I'm gonna fold in the pudding mixture. So I like this particular recipe because it's not like a trifle where you have to do different layers. All of the pudding mixture is gonna all be together. So you're gonna have cookies, so a layer of cookies, you're gonna have bananas, and then 1 layer of the pudding mix, rather than a layer of pudding, then a layer of cream cheese, layer of whipped cream. We just mix all of that together. So I've got this nice and incorporated, and you can kind of see this has congealed already. So we're gonna mix all this in. I didn't even have to refrigerate that. Now after you put this together, you will want to refrigerate this so that it gets nice and cold, and the layer of cookies on the bottom will soften because they're going to be underneath the bananas in this mixture. So we'll mix this together. You could use regular vanilla pudding if you like, but I do like the flavor that the French vanilla pudding adds to this. So you just want to fold this so that you get all those yellow streaks, just to blend these mixtures together. Doesn't have to be perfect, just close. All right, so I'm gonna set this aside. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna serve this in our rectangle cool and serve tray. So if you've never seen this before, I have to show you guys. I love this, and I have a whole video on my channel showing you all of our cool and serve collection. But this particular one is a rectangle size. It's 9 by 13. So you have the lid, that's a nice cover, and I love that these fit, the lids fit underneath our cool and serves. And so that when you're serving this, you don't have to find a place to put the lid. You can just put the lid underneath it. Now for this one, the insert is one big insert that goes right inside. So I love this. These are what keeps this cold. So if I was making this to serve later, I wouldn't put these cooling mats inside of our tray until I'm actually ready to take this out of the refrigerator and serve it. But for the video, I'm gonna go ahead and put them in there so that you can see how they work. I keep these in the freezer all the time so that they are always frozen whenever I need them. You put your cooling mats in the bottom, and then you're gonna place your tray for the food on the top. And what we're gonna do is we've got 2 bags of chessmen cookies. So I'm gonna start off by putting cookies on the bottom of our, Pepperidge Farm has the hardest packages to get into. Here we go. So we're gonna take out our chessmen cookies and just cover them on the bottom. There we go. And this layer doesn't have to look pretty just because you're not going to really see it. The next one we'll want to make look a little bit prettier. All right. Okay. So we have our layer of cookies. Now we need to get a layer, or quite a few bananas actually. So what we'll do, wipe that up, and then let's slice our bananas with our quick slice. If you've never seen this before, you're gonna love it. We're gonna just peel our bananas here. This recipe said to use 6 to 8 bananas. We'll see if I end up using that many. Seems like a lot. I'm gonna start with 4. It's been a while since I made this and I don't remember if I used that many. I'm gonna cut all of these in half and I'm gonna cut off the ends of a couple of these. There we go. And then you're gonna take your quick slice. You can put 2 halves of your banana on the base, and then you're gonna take your quick slice and just gently press down, and check this out. It slices all of the bananas. So we're gonna do this a few times, and I'm just putting these on top of the cookies. So, and you could use vanilla wafers if you prefer. Paula Deen uses the Chessman cookies, makes it taste different. So you're using kind of like a butter cookie, almost like a shortbread, instead of vanilla wafers, but I think both are very, very good. Let's do one more and then I think that's gonna be enough. So I think 4 is a good number, but you can certainly put more in when you make this. Let me rinse my hands. And now we just have to finish putting this together. So here's what we have now. We have a layer of Chessman cookies, a layer of banana slices, and then you're gonna pour all of this pudding mixture right on the top. So we're gonna just pour this on. Yum, yum, yum. Y'all, I'm a Southern girl and there's not many things as good as banana pudding. So I cannot wait to taste this. All right, and then once we have it all on the top, we'll use our small spreader to spread this around. And remember, you're not gonna put those cooling mats in until you're ready to take this out of the fridge to serve it. But I wanted to show you how they go in. Now, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments so that I can help you after the video. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I hope you'll do that. And also, don't forget my recipe community. I have thousands of recipes for you guys there. I give away a gift every single Friday. All you have to do is look for the Flip Flop Friday post. All right, I'm gonna just tear this bag open here. We'll get all our cookies out, maybe. And we'll put these on the top. I'm gonna go ahead and take my lid out so I have it ready. We're gonna take these cookies, and on this layer, you do kind of want to make sure that you make it look pretty, because it's going to be hard to go back and rearrange them. Oh, this is going to be so good. See if I can squeeze in a couple here. See, this is what I was talking about. Whoops. See, this is why you just want to be careful. All right. I changed my mind. I was going to do 4 and then decided to add 5. Okay, so there you have it. We have a couple of extra cookies. That can be your snack while you're waiting on this to chill, because I definitely recommend that you let this chill before you serve it. There is our Nacho Mama banana pudding, Paula Deen's recipe. That's perfect in our rectangle cool and serve tray. And I love our cool and serve collection. I use them all year round because those cooling mats will keep whatever you put in your cool and serve trays cold for 4 to 6 hours, even if you're outside. And living in Florida, this is something that I love because we can use it at the pool, you can take it to the beach, the park, wherever it is that you are going. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you have any questions, let me know. Don't forget to join my recipe community at theflipflopchef.com, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.